on we'll start sitting on either your bolster, if you like to sit on the block, or on the mat. So we're gonna ground down here. Close your eyes, placing one hand on the belly, one on the heart, closing those eyes. Or you can start rolling your head around one direction, nice and slow, breathing in. Feeling your belly fill, and then exhale, circling your neck the opposite side, nice and slow. And then when you're ready, lining the spine, growing nice and tall, relaxing the shoulders, ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. Allow your eyes to sink in. Allow your hands to feel the movement of your chest rising. Your belly filling, and then exhaling completely, observing the grounding of your sitting bones. Observing the breath between the palms. Taking full length, textured breaths. Thinking positive thoughts. It's always nice to settle in and connecting with the breath. Taking awareness to your palms, awareness to the breath between the palms. And then relax the two palms on top of your thighs, either palms facing up. If you want to release energy, or if you want to ground down, you can place the palms downward. Either way, you can pinch your two fingers in Jnana, Jnana mudra. It helps connect the sattva, the mind and body connection. So with this, focusing internally with your gaze up toward your third eye, releasing, relaxing all that you're not needing. Just to relax every little stress back out into the universe with breath. While you're focusing, gazing at your third eye, coming to an intention. Form your intention for your practice today. Whether it is maybe cleaning something, organizing something in your mind, or physically, when you get off your mat, something you might have to do in your desk, office, or room, or your car even, something that you aim to do, a task. Is anything that you intend to do and you actually get done, it's that feeling of accomplishment. So it may be cleaning out your mind, or you can intend to practice kindness, having that patience with yourself or your neighbor or a random stranger. So with that, every breath, inhalation, inhaling to the very, very top, sealing that intention with that breath. Keep holding it. Sip a little bit more air in. To the very top, keep holding the breath. And then exhale out of the mouth. Just relax the belly. We're going to do a little Nadi Shodhana with a little breath works. So, sorry, I forgot. You got to admit someone else there. There you go. So we're going to get into a little pranayama. So from here, you can leave your pointer or middle finger on your third eye. So just pressing on your third eye. Your ring finger and pinky will close your left nostril, and your right nostril will be pressed by your thumb. So we're just breathing normally. You can close those eyes and just focus on the third eye. Breathing in, exhaling completely. Now pressing because we start off in the morning from your moon side, we're going to press your right nostril. So press your right nostril, inhale through your left. Now close both nostrils, hold it. Exhale out through your right nostril. Inhale in through the right nostril. Hold it. Exhale out through your left. Inhale through your left. Hold it. Exhale out through your right. One more time, inhaling through your right. Hold it. Exhale out through your left. And then inhale through your left. Hold it. Exhale out through your right. And then release the palms, close those eyes. And absorbing everything you've just done. So we end off on the right side, which is the sun side, the yang side versus yin. So when we wake up, we're just energizing ourselves with waking up. So inhaling the arms up to the sky, reaching, shake those fingers, rock and roll those wrists. Exhale, dropping over to your right hand, left hand over the ears. Breathe into your left lung. Inhaling back up nice and tall, reaching for the stars. Exhale, dropping to your left hand, right hand over. Breathing in, turn the heart up. Inhaling nice and tall, lengthening. Exhale, grabbing your left thigh or knee. Exhale, back hand behind. Inhale, tall. Exhale, twisting. Gently look over your back shoulder. Inhale again, nice and tall. Exhale, looking forward, twisting your neck, counter twist. And then releasing. I'm just going to move the bolster out of the way so I can ground down and actually aim you guys a little closer. Okay, now unwind those legs and cross the opposite way, just so you settle in on both your sit bones. You can even pull back the sit bones to ground down. Inhale, arms up nice and long, reaching. Exhale, grabbing your opposite knee, backhand behind, and then gently twist, looking over your left shoulder. Inhale, tall. Exhale, look forward. Good job. Now releasing, inhale, arms up, reach for the stars, look up toward those thumbs. Breathing in, relax the throat. Exhale, forward fold, hands out in front. Inhale through the crown, exhale, walk those hands out. So breathe into the back. Exhale, walk those fingers out. Slow down the breath. Inhale, reaching. Exhale, walk the hands all the way to your far left, grabbing that left hand with the right. Breathe into your right nostril, right armpit. Inhaling back toward the center, inhaling, lengthening. Exhale, walk the hands all the way to your far right, grabbing that right hand with the left. Breathe into your left armpit. Nice and slow, inhaling back toward the center, inhaling, pressing back up. There you can uncross, cross the opposite way. Pull the flesh out from the back. Inhale, arms up, reach for the stars. Breathing in, you can look up toward the thumbs. Relax the throat, breathe in, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, forward fold, hands out in front. Inhale through the crown. Exhale, walk those hands out. Follow your breath. Close those eyes, internally gaze. Every inhalation, come out slightly, just lengthen the spine. Exhale, walk those fingers out. Hinge at the hips. Notice the difference between left and right leg in front. One a little tighter, just observe. And then from here, inhale, lengthen through those fingertips. Exhale, walk the hands all the way to your far left. Grab that left hand with that right. Breathe into your right lateral side. And expand those lungs, inhaling, reaching back out in front, lengthening through the crown. Breathing in, exhale, walk the hands all the way to your right side. Grab that right hand, that left hand with the right. Breathe into your left side. Inhaling back toward the center, inhaling, pressing back up. It's always nice to get a nice torso stretch. Pulling the feet together, heels together, wrapping those fingers around those toes. Pull the heel in closer to the groin. Inhaling tall here, you can start wiggling those knees just to warm up those hips. Breathing in to lengthen through the crown. And then exhale, forward, fold down, down. So allow your knees to drop. Breathe in through the spine, lengthening, and then exhale. And slowly, gently pull your heart toward those toes. So just observing any tightness in the groin, in the hips, in the back even. Make that mental observation. And then slowly, slowly inhaling up. Taking those thumbs, shoving in the insides of your soles, wrapping the top of the fingers on the top of your feet, and then elbows into the inner thighs. We're going to open your feet out like a book. So hinging at the edges, the lateral edge of your feet. We're going to press firmly into those thighs and calves. That open up and then bow down forward. It opens up those hips more. And since we're here, we're going to give a little nice squishy massage to the feet. Big toe, little toe, secondary toes, all the way down to the pinky. And then the knuckles, kind of ring them. That's the neck. Going from the brain to the neck of the foot reflexology. And then big thumbs, rocking and rolling big circles. I just imagine clouds on my feet. So I'm just massaging the big fluffy clouds. So kind of squish around all the way down, and then in the center, the lungs is the heart. So pressing firmly on either side, you got your liver and pancreas. A little lower down the imaginary spine, your kidneys either side, and then big circles. That tender arch spot, the center, like the spring of life in Qigong. Big circles is your GI tract. And all the way down, a little near the imaginary knees, and then the legs of the foot is your heel. So that is the feet of your feet. So always start at the base, and then inhaling back up. Take your feet out wide like a diamond. Pull the flesh out of the way. Inhale, arms up, reach for the stars. Exhale, forward fold, wrapping your hands around those toes if you like, or hands, palms to the ground, whichever is most comfortable. You can inhale through the crown, and if your neck allows, you can drop your chin to the chest. And here you can rock your ears left or right. Let the bowling ball of the head just drop. We do a lot with our head. So we text neck, we look into heaters, we read, we hunch over. So we're just allowing the muscles to relax. Allow those knees to drop. Breathe into the back. And then inhaling up. Good job. Now take your feet out wide. You're going to windshield wiper those knees. Open up those hips. You can have your hands behind, just lean back a little. And then you can rock your ears left and right. And then here, we're going to point your toes and extend those legs out. Point those toes. We're going to inhale the chin up, drop the head back, and then inhale, lift the hips up into a reverse plank. And point those toes, keep breathing, keep lifting those hips up. Exhale, drop your sit bone back down. Good job. Now bend those knees. We're going to drop those knees over to the far right. Swinging those hands behind. We're going to inhale, look over your right shoulder. A little twist around the belly. This is Bharadvas pose. So it's a very nice, gentle hip opener and twist. And then inhaling back toward the center, swinging those knees over to your left, taking those hands and swinging it back behind, looking over your left shoulder, breathing in, twisting at the belly, and then inhaling back toward the center. Good job. Now, since we're already bending our knees, you're gonna either take your right ankle over the left thigh here. You can bend that front knee. So you can actually sway your knees left and right, keep your feet flexed. And you can pull that bottom heel a little closer to your glutes. So that way you have a bit more of a stretch in your hips. So this is almost like figure four pose. It's a modified figure four. So the closer you move your bottom heel, the closer your top leg is closer to your heart. You're getting that full stretch of your right outer hip. And babying that leg. And then releasing, dropping that bottom foot heel away. Swapping sides, so your left ankle over your right thigh here. You can move that bottom heel closer in here. You can keep your feet flexed. Now sway side to side, baby up. You might notice one hip that was a little bit tighter than the other. It's good to observe. Good job. Now unwinding, releasing the bottom heel. Pulling that left foot into that right inner thigh, pull the flesh away. And that Jani Shirshasana, but we're gonna do that Mahamudra. Inhale, arms up, reach for the sky. Reaching and pull those elbows past those ears just to bring in that breath. Exhale, forward fold. Grab that big toe and pinky. Now inhale through the crown, lengthening through the top of your head. Exhale, bending those elbows and bowing down over that right knee. If you have a belt, you can grab the belt to help. If you have your ankle, you can use, or you can grab beyond the foot and try to grab the wrist. So breathe into the left lung. And then exhale, bow down over that knee. Go a little deeper if you want. There's a nice long textured breath. This is a very, very juicy pose. Inhaling back up. Now take that extended leg out to the side. Pointing the right toes up, pull that left heel in closer to the ground. Inhale, arms up, reaching. Exhale, dropping your right elbow in front of that right knee, top hand over. Breathe in and reach. Turn the heart up to the sky. Breathing here. Feel that stretch along your left side body. And slowly, slowly inhaling back up. Now extending that left leg out. Pointing the toes up. Pull the flesh out from the back side. So you're grounding down those sit bones. And Upavasana Konasana. Konasana is that wide ankle pose. Upavasana, I guess, is the wide. Inhale, arms up, reaching. Look up toward those thumbs. And then exhale, hands out in front. Inhale through the ground. Keep those toes pointed up. Walk those hands out, exhaling down. So every time breathing in, inhale through the crown, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, walk those hands out. And if you need blocks, use them, keeping those toes pointed up. Hinging at the hips. So follow your breath. Keeping those toes pointed up. Inhale through the crown. Exhale, walk those fingers out some more. So breathing slow. Nice, long, textured breath. Listen for that Ujjayi breath. And slowly, slowly inhale, pressing back up. Now pulling your right heel in to the groin. Pointing the left toes up to the sky. Inhale, arms up, reaching. Breathing here. Exhale, dropping your left elbow in front of that left knee, top hand. Again, exhaling over the ears. Turn the heart up to the sky. Breathe in. Every time you breathe in, exhale, lengthen. Try to reach for the opposite toes eventually. Keep that full breath. Feeling alongside your right side body. Nice and slow stretching. And slowly inhaling up. Good job. Now pulling that left foot in front. Sealing that right foot into your left inner thigh. My lefts and rights are hopefully not getting too confused. Pulling the flesh out from the back. Again, inhale, arms up to the sky, reach. And pull the elbows past the ears just to feel that lengthening. Now imagine Imagine having a tray of water over your head. So you're lifting and pressing. Do you feel that energy from your sit bones through your spine, pressing up? Good job. Now exhale, forward fold, grabbing your big toe, little toe. And with that, we're going to inhale through the crown and Maha Mudra, the great seal. Exhale, bending those elbows and drop your forehead toward that front knee. Breathing in, lengthening through the crown here. You can go a little deeper if you have a belt or just want to go past your ankles and go beyond to the bottom of your feet even. So breathing into your back. Allowing the forehead to drop toward the knee if you can. It's all about not how deep you go. It's all about hinging at the hips. Slowing down the breath and slowly pressing up. That is just a juicy pose. I can feel the difference with one side versus the other. Now crossing your ankles. You're going to come onto your hands and knees. Spreading those palms, spreading those fingers. Move this out of the way. We're going to have your knees as wide as the mat. You can either cross your ankles or have your feet kind of like smacking toward each other. And drop the hips. This kind of opens up those hips. Good job. And here, since sometimes people just bend their butt and they don't realize it. So here, we're going to drop the hips. And then here, we're going to take your right wrist and curl those fingers, pull it toward your belly button. So you're adding a little weight on the back of your back of the wrist. So it strengthens it. And I'm going to flip it onto the other hand. Curl those fingers, drop the hips. Then pressing onto the back of the back of the wrist. And then opposite hand again, one more time. Curl those fingers, drop the hips. Less pressure so much on your wrist. And then one last time on the left side. Curl those fingers, drop the hips. Good job. Now pressing back into Balasana, child's pose. Now that wide knee child's pose, Balasana. And press the palms firmly into the mat so you can sit your sit bones onto your heels here. Breathing into your back body. Nice, slow, deep breaths. And then inhaling, lengthening through those palms. Exhale, walk the hands all the way to your far left. Grab the left hand with the right. Breathe into your right armpit. Lay that part of that belly on that left lap if possible. Inhaling through that right length. And then inhaling back for the center. Reaching, lengthening, breathing in. Exhale, walk the hands all the way to your far right. Lay that belly on that right lap, grabbing that right hand with the left. Breathe into your left lung. Good job. Inhaling back toward the center. Inhaling. Coming back up onto our all fours. Spread those fingers. Palms underneath those armpits, knees underneath the hips. Engage the core, tuck the tailbone, pull the ears away from the shoulders, have that nice flat back. This is your nice table for Easter. It's coming up. So it's a beautiful spring, all set in spring, so I'm excited. So from here, focus on a point in front of you that's not moving. Inhale that right arm out, balancing here. So here's a little core here. Inhale that left leg back, reaching, so your spinal balance. And then inhale, lift those limbs up. Keep breathing, keep reaching. Exhale, bend that right elbow and that left knee, caving in the spine. Make the elbow and knee touch. Breathing here, nice and slow. The slower you go, the more muscles you're using in your back and core. Inhaling, back out, reaching, lifting. Good job. Exhale one more time. Nice and slow. Make the elbow, knee touch. If you fall out, you can fall back in. Keep breathing here, keep holding. And then inhale one more time, reaching, lifting. And then inhale, lift those limbs up higher. And then grabbing that back foot with that right hand and kick out those legs. Focusing on a point of knee that's not moving, a dristi. balance here. And then release the leg, dropping down into Balasana, child's pose. Now to have your knees together or knees far apart, but you can relax your hands, relax the shoulders, and pulling the hands beside the hips. And then here you can move your forehead around. You can even use a block to rest your forehead on. Breathing here. Here you can even notice the difference of how tight your hamstrings are. The distance between your sit bones and your heels. So relax and breathe into your back. Slow down your breath. So counting the seconds between inhalation and exhalation. Slow it down. And you increase it 1 extra second. 2 to 3 seconds. Or is it 3 to 4? You can go 5 to 6. Or even 7 to 8 seconds long. Take a full breath into your back body. In this life, we have a lot of guppy breathing, a lot of anxiety, a lot of running around, a lot of the flight or fight mode. But here we're in the rest and digest mode. If your feet cramp up, you're welcome to uncramp them or tuck your toes. Your hips are hurting, come in and out of the pose anytime. So here we are resting. And then here we're gonna press the palms back out in front, inhaling, lifting up to all fours. Spread those palms, spread those fingers, engage the core, knees underneath the hips. Lengthening through the crown, pull the ears away from the shoulders, tuck the tailbone, engage through the core. Focus on a point in front of you. Was it the joke about, what do you call a cow with 3 legs? You're gonna inhale that left arm out. It's called tri-tip pose. What do you call a cow with 2 legs? We're gonna inhale that back leg out, that right leg out. And then inhale, lift the limbs up higher. That's called lean beef. Now inhale, lengthening, lifting. Exhale, bending that left elbow and right knee, caving in the spine, make them touch. Now what do you call a cow with 1 leg? Steak. Inhale, arms and leg back out, reaching, lifting. Keep breathing in. And then exhale, slowly make them touch again, nice and slow. Keep holding, keep breathing. And then one last time, inhale, reaching, lifting, lengthening. Inhale, lift those limbs higher. And then exhale, pulling back, grab that back foot and balance here. This nice stretch of those, kicking out your back leg. And then exhale, releasing your thing, going back into Balasana. So what do you call a cow with no legs? Ground beef. Whew, breathe into the back. And what do you call a cow with 5 legs? Rare, very, very rare. So slow down the breath. And slowly, slowly, inhaling back up into all fours, dropping your forearms onto the mat, and drop your hands to the top of the mat, and then dropping your forehead down. Pulling your sit bones back in space. You can drop onto your chin if you want a little bit more stretch over your shoulders. Into puppy pose, Anahata Asana. Anahata Asana. Anahata is your heart. Allow your heart to melt. And here you can take your hands together and namaste. Get the extra armpit stretch. Breathe into your back. And slowly, slowly drop those palms down, dropping onto your belly button, coming into Sphinx. Spread those fingers. Look at me, and then here, shake the tailbone. And then lifting, looking up toward the sky, breathe in. Exhale, drop your chin to the chest here. Rock your ears left and right. Inhaling back toward the center. And then looking over your right shoulder, left arm in front. Grab your right foot, pull it toward your left outer hip. So this is your Mandukasana, your half frog leg pose. Pulling and pulling toward the ground. So you're getting the full stretch of those legs too. And then releasing, right arm across. Look over your left shoulder, grabbing that left leg and pull it toward your left outer hip. It might be very, very tight on one side more than the other. Just make mental observation. And then releasing, resting onto your chin or cheek. Reverse Shavasana here. You can shake your hips. You can rest on your left cheek facing your right hand beside that left hip in crocodile pose. We're going to inhale that right knee toward that right elbow. Open up into that Captain Morgan pose. Or they call it crocodile pose. Close those eyes. Breathe into the back. Those hips. You can take that left arm out if you want a little shoulder stretch. Right hand in front. And I'm going to exhale, roll over to your left side body. Resting here, you can grab a block for a pillow if you like. You can take that right leg behind that extended left leg as a kickstand. You can even take that right hand behind and squeeze the shoulders into a half bind. Just breathing in. Open up the heart. Allow gravity, invite and open those joints up. And then slowly, slowly resting back down onto your chin. Reverse Shavasana. Here you can shake your tailbone, you can bend those knees, you can windshield wiper those heels. Give yourself a nice thigh massage. And eventually drop those heels down. Resting on your right cheek, right hand beside that right hip, facing your left hand side. You're going to inhale that left knee toward that left elbow in crocodile pose. Feeling the texture of the mat. Breathe into your back. Slow down your breath. I'm going to take that right hand out, palm facing down like a bird's wing. Left hand like a push-up hand. We're going to exhale, roll to your right side body. If you need a block nearby, you can use that as a pillow. And here you can kickstand that left leg behind that right foot. Wrap your left hand behind your back into half bind. You can squeeze the shoulders. Breathe into any tightness in your joints. Open up the heart. Squeeze the shoulders, relax. Please listen to your body. All right, and then rolling back down, releasing everything. Resting back into reverse Shavasana. Your palms back underneath your armpits, thumbs near the nipples. We're going to squeeze your elbows toward the ribs, inhaling up into baby cobra. And pull the shoulders away from the ears. So with every core, you have to strengthen your belly button, strengthen your back, squeeze those elbows, and lift those palms up, lift through the crown, lift through your chin. And then exhale back down. Relax. Placing the palms back underneath. You're going to either have your toes toward the ground, or you can even tuck them. We're going to inhale, lift up into upward dog. Pressing through your palms. Allow the hips to drop. If you can engage those knees up, shine your heart through. If it's too much on your lower back, you can drop those knees. It's up to you. You're going to shine the heart through. You're going to pull the ears away from the shoulders. Lift through the crown. Press through those hands. And eventually roll over those toes. Coming onto your mat. Into downward dog, spread those fingers. Make sure those palms are as wide as the shoulders, if not wider. Your feet as wide as the hips, if not wider. There you can shake your head or nod. It's good to get that full stretch of your calves. And you can sway your hips left and right. Breathing here. Now, balancing left foot in the center. We're going to inhale that right heel up into three-legged dog. You're stacking the hips. Bend that right knee. Take big circles one direction. You exhale, circle the opposite. If it's too much on your wrist, and come down onto your forearms. Eventually, exhale that knee to nose, bending and caving in. And then inhale that right leg out, back into three-legged dog. Balancing here. Exhale one more time. That knee to nose. Good job. Now flex that front foot. We're going to swing that right foot behind the left wrist. You can grab a block nearby. Place it behind your right hip. You can untuck the back toes. Coming into pigeon pose. One-legged Ekapada, Raja Kapotasana. The Raja, the king pigeon. Inhale through the crown, lifting. And exhale, forward fold. Make sure your front foot is flexed. You can pull that right heel in closer to your groin. And if the block's out of the way, you can move it around to adjust to square the hips. You can rest on double fist. If again it's too much on your knees, you can come onto your back into a figure four. Always listen to yourself. If your knees are bugging you, you can either come into your back, figure four, rock and rolling. The same effect on that right outer hip. So resting and digesting this figure four here. And inhale, reach the hands out in front, lengthening through those fingertips. You want a little extra stretch here. You're going to exhale, walk the hands all the way to your far right, like a nautilus twisting at the belly. Breathe into the back. And then inhale back toward the center, reaching, lengthening. Exhale, walk the hands all the way to your far left. You're laying on your heel, that's the extra marma point, but breathe into your right lung, punching your left. And then inhaling back toward the center, hands back underneath. Inhaling, lifting up through the crown. Here you can look over your left shoulder, grab that back foot, pull it toward that left outer hip. And get that full stretch of those legs, just like the frog pose. Good job. And if you have a belt, you can use a belt to pull that leg. And then releasing that leg. Woo. Drawing that knee back into all fours. So if you're on your back, coming onto all fours, here you can sway your hips left and right, dropping your head left and right. And then coming back to stillness, spread those fingers. You're going to tuck your toes. We're going to inhale, lift up into downward dog. Again, take the full length of the mat. Here, start pedaling away. You can shake your head and nod. And shake your hips left and right. And then when you come to stillness, planting that right foot in the center, inhale that left heel up to the sky. Here you can stack the hips, bend that left knee, take big circles one direction. Exhale, circle the opposite way. Good job. Now exhale that knee to nose, balancing here. And then inhale that left leg out. Again, if you need to be on your forearms, you can. Keep reaching, keep breathing. And then exhale that knee to nose, even in the spine. We're taking that right, your left foot behind that right wrist, dropping down, untuck the back toes. So breathing into one-legged king pigeon pose. You can grab a block, place it behind your left hip, squaring the hips. You can keep that front foot flexed to protect that left knee and pull that heel in closer to the groin. You can untuck the back toes, give yourself some extra space in your right hip. And even double fist if you need blocks to help lift through the crown. And then when you're ready, exhale, dropping down onto your fist or onto the ground, resting here. You need to move the block out of the way if it's in the way, whichever, to get into your hips more. Again, if it's bugging your knee, listen to your body and come onto your back to that figure four pose where you can rock left and right for the same effect, keeping the feet flexed. Pulling those knees in closer to the heart. The full stretch of your left glutes. Breathe entirely into your back. Rest and digest. You can literally fall asleep in this pose. I used to, we would put a bolster in front and you just drool on it. In yin practice. So imagine this in 7 minutes holding this pose. And then you're inhaling the arms out in front, reaching if you want an extra a little stretch. Exhale, walk the hands all the way to your far left, twisting the belly like a nautilus, grabbing that right hand with the left, breathe into the back. And then exhale, walk the hands back toward the center, inhaling, lengthening through those fingers. Exhale, walk the hands all the way to your right, lay that belly on that heel if possible. Grabbing that right hand with the left, breathe into your left lung, crunching your right side. And then inhaling back toward the center, inhaling, pressing back up. Now looking over your right shoulder, you can grab that back foot, pull it toward your right outer hip. If you need a belt nearby, wrap it around the foot. Get that full stretch of those legs. You might have to wiggle left and right to sit. Just get that full stretch. You might feel that psoas stretch. And then releasing everything. Woo! Drawing back in into all fours. Good job. Why don't we rest here? I'm going to pull back into Balasana. Child's pose. Resting and grounding down. Good job. Then you can relax the palms beside the hips. Relax the shoulders. Move the forehead away from the knees. Give your neck some space. Slow down the breath. Good job. Breathe into the back. Now, if you want to strengthen the neck, this is an optional pose. You can either just rest and digest here in Balasana Child's Pose. But if you want to strengthen the neck, you can go into headstand for one thing, but this is gentle yoga, so an option is rabbit pose. Since we're in this position of Balasana, what you can do is place the hands beside the ears, and then slowly inhaling, rolling up the sit bones, and you're rolling onto the top of the crown. You're pulling the shoulders away from the ground, as if you're doing a push-up away. And then you're going to take one arm up, so breathing in your right arm up, and then exhale, swapping hands, so left hand up. And if you want to give it a little try, you can try both hands up, and you can even interlace those fingers, and then pull the wrist forward to get into the shoulders in rabbit pose. So this is all optional, but it builds up the muscles in the neck. And then releasing the palms back down, dropping back onto your tailbone, coming into that Balasana pose. Resting here. Woo! All these extra poses. Then when you're ready, inhale, pressing up, sitting onto your heels. Coming into Virasana. So this is your hero's pose. You're opening up those thighs. And move to the center. And drop the hands back. Drop the head back. Relax the throat. And inhale, lift the hips up. Breathe in your front body. And then exhale, drop the tailbone back down. Good job. Inhaling back, sitting back into Virasana. There's this thing called Supta Virasana, which if you have bolsters, you can place behind you. It's almost the same idea. You're dropping back, and then you're actually dropping down and down and out, and you're opening up the front body. But if you have knee issues, you gotta be very careful. So this is an option, because either you have your palms back behind you, drop the head back. If you want to go a little further, you can drop onto your elbows, and then you can drop the head back. You can relax onto your back. This is Supta Virasana. You can open up the front part of your body. If your knees don't bother you. If your knees bother you, come out of that pose gently, slowly. And then slowly, slowly rewinding. So lifting back up, and then inhaling back up. So that was Supta Virasana. That really opens up your front body, front legs, front thighs, everything. Now, right arm in front, left arm over, twisting, binding. Inhale, lift those elbows up. Breathe into your shoulders. Exhale, drop those elbows down. Drop your forehead toward those thumbs. Rock your ears left and right. Don't feel any crunchiness in the neck. Breathing in. And then unwinding. Coming off your heels, kind of give it a nice wake up. Tuck the toes. We're going to come into suffering pose. This opens up those arches and gets that nice stretch, because we're always in those shoes all the time, no matter where we are, even inside the house. Left arm in front, right arm over, twisting, binding if you can, if not, dangle. So inhale, lift those elbows up, breathe into the shoulders. Exhale, drop those elbows, drop your forehead toward the thumbs, rock your ears left and right. Good job. And then releasing and winding, coming off those toes, that suffering pose. Give it a little gentle massage, a little whack on the ground. Good job. Now, coming back into all fours. So as if all poses aren't suffering enough, we're going to spread those fingers, engage the core, pulling the tailbone, tucking the tailbone, pulling the ears away from the shoulders, coming back into that table. Any pose, even including this, can be excruciating, but it's all in your ease and firmness. So it's all in your imagination. So you want to do every pose with ease and firmness, even table. So engaging the core, you're using your spinal muscles. Now tuck the toes. You're going to inhale, lift up into downward dog, press the heels back, walk the full length of the mat. You can bend both the knees, point the sit bones up, shake the head and nod, just relax the shoulders, pressing through your fingers, and then exhale, drop those heels. You're getting a full stretch of your torso and back. You can notice your fingers and thumbs are spread apart. Your wrists are parallel with the top of the mat. If not, you can grab the edges of the mat if you're feeling like you're sliding. Try to pull your ears past those elbows to allow your heart, forehead toward the ground. Your drishti could be your belly button. You can look toward your belly button, the nabi. Good job. Now look between the thumbs. We're going to walk up, skip up, or hop up into a forward fold. Make sure your feet are nice and wide as a mat. If not, bend those knees. Lay the belly on the lap. Grab your elbows. You can sway left and right. Ragdolling left and right. Ooh, breathing in. And forward fold, Uttanasana. You're coming to stillness. You're going to wrap the fingers behind the back. So try the opposite of what you're used to. So if your left thumb's over on the right all the time, try your left thumb over the, let me see, your right thumb over the left. Bend those knees, lay the belly in the lap, give yourself balance, and now pull the wrists forward. Shake your head and nod. Good job. Now release those palms back onto the ground. Inhale halfway up, engage the core. Having that flat back, pull the ears away from the shoulders. So again, using your core muscle, you're using your glutes. Inhaling into Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold. So you're actually, because you're using the hamstring, you're stretching it, it's connected to your lower back, you're strengthening that lower back. Inhaling, rising up, hands to the sky, hands together. Let's skip over. Exhale, hands to the heart. I know you can't see me now. There we are. Actually, Let me see if you can see me better there. There you go. All right, hands to the heart. Now lift those toes up, plant them firmly into the mat, into the ground. Roll the shoulders back, feeling that groundedness. Your ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips, tuck the tailbone, engage the core. Now relax the palms beside the sides of your hips, either shining your palms forward or alongside the inseams of your pants. So you're in Tadasana, mountain pose. So we went from Samasthiti, equal standing pose, and Ashtanga practice to Tadasana, which is Sanskrit for pretty much what we've been doing. It's almost very similar to that Samasthiti. Samasthiti and Tadasana is one and the same. Just a little different name or style, we say. Now blink your eyes open. Inhale, arms up to the sky, reaching. Breathe in, exhale, forward fold. Now grab, with your two peace fingers, grab your big toes. And inhale, back up into a forward fold. So lengthening through the crown. And then exhale, bend those elbows, pull your crown toward the ground. You need to bend those knees to give yourself balance. Breathing in, you're getting your whole back, your whole hamstring stretch. Good job. And this is Padangusthasana, big toe hold. Good job. Now releasing those big toes. Inhaling halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Good job. Inhaling, branching back up, the hands up to the sky, reaching. Now lift those heels, tippy toes. Reach for the sky. You're stretching out those calves. You're dancing left and right and tippy toe. And then exhale, drop the heels. Exhale, hands to the heart. All right, now we're going to lean over to your right foot. Inhale that left knee up in space. Rock and roll the ankle, wiggle those toes. Good job. Exhale, swing it back behind, dropping your heart forward. Balancing here. Here you can extend your arms out like airplane mode. You can have a micro bend in that knee. If you need a block in front, you're welcome to use a block. So this is your warrior 3. Good job. This is one of my least favorite poses. Like you're using a lot of your right leg. Your glutes and everything engaged. Now exhale, drop that back foot down. Good job. So you're balancing here, right hand on the hips. Bend that front knee right over the ankle. And then you're coming into warrior 1. Went from 3 to 1. Inhale, arms up to the sky, breathing in. Pull those elbows past those ears. Now lift the back heel up. Now squatting a little bit lower, scissoring those legs. Then your high crescent pose. Now grabbing your left wrist, pull it gently over to the right. Again, that full stretch of your left psoas. Good job. Now exhale, hands to the heart, coming back to the center, lifting that back heel. You're gonna lean forward, and then we're gonna twist. So you're gonna look over to your right side. Try to hook that left. Let me see that left elbow past that right knee. You're looking up toward the sky, opening. Now open up those palms out like a bird's wing. Twisting. This is twisted crescent pose, something like that. And then inhaling back up. Good job. Now sealing that back foot down. Inhale, open out the arms. So coming into warrior 2, right hand in front, left hand behind. You can even grab your hips. If your hips are not parallel with the side of the mat, you can pull that back heel a little further apart. Make sure your hips aren't sculling. Make sure they're like a cup of tea. Bending that right knee over that ankle, pull it toward that pinky toe, or they say second or third toe. And then inhale, arms back out in front. Flip the palms up. Relax the shoulders, looking back and forth. Exhaling back down. Squat a little lower. Imagine laying that library book right on your front lap. Good job. Now flip the front palm up, inhaling it to the sky, dropping that back hand, breathe in your front body, reverse warrior. And then inhaling back forward, We're gonna interlace the fingers behind your back. So maybe your left thumb over the right. We're gonna exhale, bending down into humble warrior, bowing down. Look toward your big toe as you're twisting, lift those wrists up. Balance here. That was challenging. And then inhaling back up, release those palms. Arms back out in front. Whew. You're gonna lay your right elbow onto that right knee. Exhale, left hand, top hand over the ears and side angle pose. Good job. Inhaling back out in front. We're gonna straighten out that front knee. You're gonna lean forward and reach so you hear your hips pop, and you can drop your hand or you can grab a block nearby, in front or behind. Taking that top hand over, stacking the shoulders. Breathe in. And then exhale, drop the hand down. Bend that knee, lifting that back heel, coming into that lunge. You can seesaw back and forth. And then drop that back knee. Walk the hands in. Inhale through the crown into that high lunge. And then exhale, drop onto your elbows into a low lunge. Woo, good job. And then here we're gonna come back up, draw back into all fours. Spread those palms, coming into the table, resting here in tabletop. You're gonna tuck the toes. You're gonna inhale, lift the hips up. You can pedal away your heels in downward dog and shake your head or nod. And then here, look between the thumbs. We're gonna walk up, skip up, or hop up into a forward fold. Woo! Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhaling, hands to the sky, hands together. Exhale, hands to the heart. Okay, that was quite a sequence. Now we have to do the opposite leg. I know, so I gotta remember what we just did. We're gonna lean over to your left foot. Inhale that right knee up in space. Breathe here, rock and roll, wiggle those fingers and toes. Good job. We're gonna exhale, swing that back foot back. Drop the heart. You can either have a micro bend in that standing leg, lift that back heel higher, you can airplane those wings. Or if you need a block nearby, you're pressing into your standing foot. Keep balancing here if you can. And eventually drop that back foot down. You might notice one leg is stronger than the other. So that's a mental note. Bending that front knee right over the ankle, hands on the hips. As a square to the top of the mat. We're gonna inhale the arms up to the sky. Coming into warrior one. Pull those elbows past those ears. Good job. Now lift the back heel up. Scissoring those legs. Grab that right wrist and pull it over to your left hand side. Breathe into your right psoas. Good job. Inhaling back four. The hands together. Exhale, hands to the heart. You're gonna lean forward. And then you're gonna hook that knee and twist your heart over to the left. Balancing here. You can open up those arms out into bird's wings. Breathing here. And then rewinding, inhaling back up. Now seal that back foot down, open up those arms out. Woo! Warrior two. Now making sure that front knee is bent over that ankle, pointing toward the pinky toe, hands on the hips. Is it parallel with the side of the mat? If not, you can pull that back foot a little wider. Now inhale, arms out, back in front and behind. You'll flip the palms up, relax the shoulders, look back and forth. Make sure they're right behind you. And then flip them back down. Good job. Squat a little lower. Now imagine placing that library book right there on that lap. Making sure it's pointing right over the pinky toe. Open up those hips. Now flip the front palm up. Inhaling it to the sky. Drop that back hand behind. Breathe in your front lung. Good job. Now inhaling back out in front and behind. Now wrapping those hands back behind. Opposite. So if your left thumb is over the right, right thumb over the left this time. Squeeze the shoulders, and then we're gonna exhale, bow down toward that left knee. Focus on that big toe. Lift those wrists up. Breathing in humble warrior. Balancing here. And slowly, slowly inhaling back up. Woo! See, that's always a challenge, right? Now inhale, arms back out in front. We're gonna lean, or actually we're gonna lean forward and lay your left elbow on that left knee. Top hand over, side angle pose. Kind of shoot your hand over like a star. Good job. We're gonna inhaling back up again. Straighten out that front knee. We're gonna shift and lean and reach. Woo, until the hip pops. You heard that? Drop your hand onto the wrist, the block or your ankle. You place the hand on the block in front or behind. Stack the shoulders, reaching, giving length to your both sides of your torso, and triangle those, Trikonasana. Good job. Breathing here. Eventually you can drop that top hand down, swing that back heel up into a high runner's lunge. You can seesaw back and forth. Open up those hips. Good job. And then slowly drop your back knee down. I'm saying different body parts, so you know what I mean. Walking the hands inside. You can inhale through the crown into a high lunge. Drop those hips. Roll the sole of your feet and drop down onto your elbows. Coming into low lizard pose. Breathe into your back. Woo! That was a whirlwind. That was even a lot of standing. There you can drop the hands back. Pulling the legs back into all fours. You can drop down into Balasana. Woo! A lot of work. From Balasana, and roll onto your back. Because this is what you want. So coming on your back, grabbing those knees, drawing big circles, massaging that lower back. And then exhale, circle the opposite way. Now grabbing your ankles or the soles of your feet and start kicking out your legs. Nanda Balasana. Open up those hips. You can even seal the feet together and drop those heels even into Supta Baddha Konasana. You can rest the palms out to the sides. Resting here. You can even support the thighs with fists, or you can use blocks, but just allow your hips to open. Closing those eyes. So rest and digest. You're gonna pull those knees back into your heart. You rock your like a boiled egg side to side. And then we're gonna squeeze those palms. We're gonna lift the chin up toward those fists. Squeeze in your face. Squeeze that stress ball yoga nugget of you. Just squeeze all that out. And then we're gonna exhale, release out into Shavasana. You're gonna expand those legs out, extend those arms, palms facing up, and grab a blanket nearby and layer up. And grab a bolster underneath your knees. You can get a eye pillow or a pillow for your head. And relax the belly. Relax those eyeballs. Let the eyeballs sink into those eye sockets. Relax those palms up to the sky. Relax those shoulders. Relax the jaw. Notice if there's any wrinkles on your forehead, just relax. Relax any tenseness in the muscles of your face. Let it melt away. Relax the throat, the shoulder blades, the collarbone. Relax the heartstrings. Let the heart drop. And breathe into your lungs as if they were part of the floor. Relax the belly button. Let the pelvic organs drop. Releasing anything that does not serve you. Let your thighs and your glutes get heavy. Let your heels get heavier. Let's soften those bones in your body. And you're listening for all the noise outside the room. Observe. Imagine they're like clouds floating by. Observing all the noise within the room. Observe, but not react. Just let it float on by. Observe all the thoughts in your mind that you're trying to process. Observe and let it float on by. And breathing in. Wiggling your fingers and toes. You got your rest and digest period. And keep your eyes closed. And shake your head and nod if you like. When you're ready, you can pull your knees into your heart, rock left or right like a boiled egg. Give yourself a side body massage. Take your time. Fully integrating everything you've done. There's surprisingly a lot of standing. A lot of standing uses core. So if you didn't sweat, there was no sweat. When you're ready, you can roll off to your favorite side. Take a 2 deep breaths. And when you're ready, you can sit up into sitting position. Inhaling, hands up to the sky, hands together. I'm gonna try to do one long because we gotta expand our lungs. We've been practicing. We haven't been practicing oming. So we're gonna wet our lips. I unmuted y'all. So inhaling all the way to the top of the lungs, one big om. So we gotta get a lot of practicing done. We gotta elongate it. And the thing is, you get a little head high, a little body. I know in Idula thing, there's a video of a dad alming his newborn baby to sleep. I have to send that out to you guys. But the baby fell asleep. It was a very melodic and they actually encourage that in labor to or moo instead of screaming. So namaste, guys. Enjoy the rest of the beautiful day. I'll see you guys. Was it today's Tuesday, right? Yeah, I'll see you guys Thursday. Yeah. Namaste. Namaste. Bye. See you guys later. Bye-bye. Bye. Thank you.